Shelter Mortgage, flexibility, professionalism, and service. Let us custom build a mortgage for you.
Hello, Prudential sales executives, for our video message of the week. All right, this week's message comes to us via a class that I recently taught in our advanced business training series, and it was about lead generation and lead follow-up. And I got some feedback saying that I should take an excerpt from the class and share it on a video, so that's exactly what I'm going to do today. And it's entitled Short-Term Leads versus Long-Term Leads. And I'm going to break this out into 3 simple steps for you. Step 1, I have to determine the criteria of what would make up a short-term lead versus a long-term lead. So let me help you. I'm just going to give you that answer. Anybody who's thinking of buying or selling in the next 30 days, we're going to categorize as a short-term lead. Anyone who's thinking of buying or selling 31 days or longer is going to fall into our long-term category. Stop. That's it. Don't make it harder than it is. If they're buying or selling in the next 30 days, they're a short-term lead. If they're buying or selling in 31 days or longer, they're a long-term lead. That one point right there, I promise you, will take a lot of headaches off your back. In fact, how many leads are you sitting on right now that you think may be a short-term lead when in fact they're truly a long-term lead? Okay? Many times we get caught into that trap. 2, we need to have a way to determine, all right, great, I got it, 30 days or longer than 30 days. But how do I determine which is which? Well, here's a simple way. Ask the question. Directly ask them. Don't talk around it, ask them. Let me ask you a question. Let's say it's a buyer. Are you thinking of buying in the next 30 days? Yeah, we're on top of it. We'd like to find a house today. Great. I'd like to set up a time this week. Is Tuesday good for you, or is Wednesday better that we can get together? Shoot for the appointment right then and there. They're buying in the next 30 days. Could be a listing. Same example. All right. If they say, you know what, I don't know. I guess if we found something, maybe, but it could be 3, 4, 5 months before we end up purchasing. Okay, great. Immediately set that individual in your long-term category. Again, determining 30 days or over 30 days by a simple question. Are you buying or selling in the next 30 days, depending on the situation? All right. Last point on this is, are we going to treat our short-term leads versus our long-term leads differently? Absolutely. And for this video, I just want to focus in on the short-term leads. All right. Let's say you had, and I'm making up a number here, you had 100 leads. And out of those 100, you had 5 that answered the question, yes, I am thinking of buying or selling in the next 30 days. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get a 3x5 card, write their information down with you on the card, keep it with you at all times, contact them in the first 24 hours since you spoke to them. And from that point, every couple days, you want to stay on top of those individuals. You're right. It is a hot lead. It is a short-term opportunity where they're going to make a decision, and you don't want them making it with anyone else but you. In closing, remember this. What we're really trying to determine here is motivation versus non-motivation. And when we get caught in the trap of putting non-motivated people in our motivated list, okay, we end up getting bogged down and we end up being thrusted into communicating with too many people or trying to do it, and guess what ends up happening? Everything seems over time to break down, all right? Don't let that happen to you. Be clear, short-term 30 days, long-term over 30. Have a great week, everybody. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.